Hello to all the good people at Crash Champions 572. It's David at Discount Forklift. I'm proud to be standing next to your brand new 6,000 pound lithium ion powered forklift made by Lift Hero. As you can tell, we've got your name on there, we've got your logo on there, got your company colors on there. We're very pleased with the way these forklifts came out, both in performance and looks. Hopefully you guys will agree with us, and hopefully it'll take a load off your back. I want to point out to you that she's got a name. Her name is Jade. If you refer to her by name, she will work a little extra hard for you, and she's already a workhorse, so man, you guys are going to have it made. I've got this goodie bag here, this tote bag here. I've got some good things in there for you. Before I go any further with the forklift, I do want to show you some of this stuff. Here is the Discount Forklift Equipment Maintenance Guide. There's lots of good tips about forklifts in general in here, forklift maintenance, all that kind of good stuff. Fortunately, you guys don't have to worry about a lot of that because you are smart enough to buy a lithium-ion powered forklift that eliminates about 90-95% of the maintenance. So back behind this tab in this book, though, here are your periodic checkoff sheets. You can do all your checkoffs there. I always recommend that people photocopy this out of this book, leave the originals in the book. That way you always have a clean one to go shoot a photocopy of anytime you need it. Here is the troubleshooting guide that the guys back here in the shop put together. There's a lot of good information in here, guys. Just everything from the various parts of the forklift to some maintenance tips and whatnot. Troubleshooting, it'll help you a lot. This is stuff people have asked about over the years, so it will hopefully help you with some of that. I've got two more manuals here. I've got the use and operating manual, and I've got the parts manual here. Those are both going in that goodie bag, coming to you with the forklift. On the funner side of things, we have a hat, our favorite brand of forklift, the Lift Hero. And I've got a t-shirt for you here. This is the evolution of lifting. Here's the front. There's the back. A little fun thing for you there. So if you look at Jade's name tag here, right in front of here of the name tag, there is a little port there. That is your charging port. There's a sticker on there that's very important that you pay attention to. Make sure you remove the keys from the ignition before you start to charge it. Very, very important that you do not charge the forklift with the keys still in the ignition. If you will then pop this door, there's a little rubber plug on here. It covers the port, keeps it clean. There's your charging port. Just plug your charger directly into that. When you're done, if you would put that rubber plug back in there, that'll keep that port clean for years and years to come, so you don't have any problems with that. Let's walk around the forklift here. Can't step past the tires and not comment on them. These are great tires, all-terrain tires basically. You know, when you're out in a little bit of snow, a little bit of ice, a little bit of hail, whatever it might be, if you're on dirt and gravel, those will do you well, just as well as they will on the floor inside the shop. Up here, you'll notice you've got a fresh service sticker, just been serviced. Good way to keep track of your service interval is to have that on there. If we step around to the front of the forklift, you'll see the zerts all have a little grease on them. They've just greased those, done fresh service on this. All across the forks and everything, there's grease there. So when you go to move the forks, it's a little easier to do that. When we speak of the forks, we also need to speak about safety. Guys, we're very safety conscious at Discount Forklift. We know you guys are as well. So with that in mind, we have painted the forks red with yellow tips on them. If you're out at dawn, out at dusk, out in the dark part of the warehouse, whatever it might be, if you're if you're running the forklift, you need to see where the tips are. We don't want you to hit anybody. We don't want you to hit anything. So those are painted so you can keep track of that. So everybody goes home safe and sound at the end of every day. Okay? There are 4 things that have to be done on every forklift, to start the forklift, I should say. Before you can start the forklift, number 1, you got to have a butt in the seat. Just did that. You got an operator presence system. It can tell if you're in the seat or not. You can't inch it, you can't move the forks, you can't do any of that from outside the forklift. Here is the seat belt, obviously. That's number 2, pretty obvious. Number 3, you've got to have the parking brake engaged. And number 4, you've got to have the transmission in neutral. So let's talk about a tour of the dash here, if you will. On the far left side here, there's a red button. That's your battery cutoff. That is not something you're going to use every day. Very, very rarely will you use that actually. If you get to do any kind of maintenance on the battery, you would want to cut that off. But on a normal basis, you won't use that. But if you by chance come out at the end of or at the beginning of the day or something and it doesn't work, forklift won't start up. You've got that button right there. If you pull that up, you should be back in business there. Maybe somebody bumped it or something. Parking brake, pretty damn obvious, guys. If you don't know what that is, get the hell off the forklift. You don't belong on it. The transmission control, you got 3 positions. You got up for forward, middle for neutral, down for reverse. It's got to be in the middle position in neutral when you start it. On this side, we've got lights and we've got blinkers. Here we've got your typical 3 forklift levers. You've got your up, down, you've got your tilt, you got your side shift. Over your head, you got a translucent cover there. When you're out in that inclement weather, it give you a little bit of protection anyway. So you can do that. 6,000 pound capacity marked right in front of our eyes, guys. Don't overload the forklift. It's rated for 6,000 pounds. It'll handle every bit of that. Just don't try to do more than that. Some people will try to lift something that's way too heavy. You see their stupid pictures, videos all over the internet. Don't be one to join them, okay? If you come to the back, there is an amber light that will flash when the batteries or when the forklift is turned on. There's also a blue light that will shine down. So that's designed to make people aware of that the forklift is there. The same thing is true with the alarm. There is an always-on audible alarm that will kick on as soon as you turn on the key. That's designed to make people aware that the forklift is operating and keep heads up for you. Again, we want everybody to come back tomorrow for another safe day at work. So with that alarm, last thing I need to tell you about this real quick before I get going is there's no engine, no starter, so you don't have the typical grinding sound. When you turn on the key, your alarm will kick on, will turn on. You will need to wait about 10-15 seconds for it to do its checks. Once it's done its checks, you can start operating. First thing I want to do is I want to give this a brake check. Okay, we got good brakes there. That's good. You'll notice there's a handle back here. This grab handle has a red button on there. That's the horn. There's also one in the middle of the steering wheel here. So whichever way you're going, you can make people aware that you're there and keep everybody safe. Let me put her through some paces here for you. She's very agile. She's also very powerful. I'm confident that she can do the job that you need her to do with ease. And as long as you take care of her, she'll take care of you. Okay, here's your work lights. On the right side here, here's your blinkers. There you go. Let's run this mast up. All the way forward. Tip her all the way back. Bring her back to normal here. And here's your side shift. Okay, guys. Hope this forklift makes you a bunch of money, takes a load off your back. Hope you're as pleased with it as we are. We're very pleased with the way they came out. We appreciate you doing business with us so we can support businesses like yours. Thanks, guys. Here's your serial number.